Episode 2, Mayo and Chicken. Wagwan.
Yo, fam. You know how this goes, man.
You chilling?
I'm good, bro.
How's the week?
Same bullshit, man.
Yeah, like what does your same bullshit entail this week, man?
Honestly, bro, I got a bunch of puppies right now. I
Puppies?
can't stand them.
What?
At this point, like they're so cute, but they're just annoying. They cry constantly. They're like, give me the food. I'm just like, you could be a softball right now. I'd throw you 60 right now.
Your
I'm
inner,
sick of you.
your inner black man's coming out. You want to get rid of them. You want to walk away on them.
I'm like 10 seconds away from Michael Vick at this point.
Dogfighting, it might be a thing.
It might be. It's good cash flow. I mean,
How much you saying? You're saying $60? You'll give me one? What kind of dog?
$60. What am I
60?
selling? Chihuahuas? Are those $60 dogs?
$60? That can go on.
I got American bullies. I mean, if I can legally say that in Ontario at this point, like, can we say that?
I think it's just Toronto they're banned, right?
I think it's Toronto. It's like pit bulls technically, right? But yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
they're nanny dogs, as they say.
I don't mind. I like dogs. Fuck cats though.
Yeah, cats are a little. I don't know. I'm not really a cat guy. I'm mad allergic too, man.
Yeah, that's why I'm allergic. And they're kind of a bit of a cunt. And
yeah. I mean, like me. If I bought you and feed you, like me at least. That's the least you could do.
they're they're cats. Like that's the thing. Like they eat meat. Like if you see them like look at a squirrel or something, they lose their shit.
They're like the devil's animal, are they not? They're some sort of
No, I think that's the
evil
only animal the
connotation.
devil's scared of. To be honest,
That's
is
even
cats.
worse.
That's what
That's
I mean.
actually worse.
They are. They're good for killing rats though.
I mean, you can get a dog to do the same shit. They're a
Oh,
little stupider, but
Speaking of killing rats, how long do you think Tekashi 6ix9ine
I knew we
has?
were going to a 6ix9ine segment.
Has them? He's dead.
I don't know if this is real or if he's just saying this shit because he's like trying to go home sooner. But
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
think it
he
could be
should have been
capping?
like, he should have been on the death list from a long time. They should have fucking put him on there and known he's,
So you think someone will actually kill him?
I mean, maybe like anything's possible. I mean, he is in jail, been there. It's possible to die.
Yeah, he's probably just getting fucked.
It's
By-
America.
by-
It's America, man. There's a lot of butt stuff going on in the States. That's frequent.
That's why Aaron Hernandez loved jail.
Oh, buddy.
Did you watch that documentary?
I mean, I'm one episode in. It felt a little weird. If I was like, trying to be like, yeah, the reason that he killed those people is because he's gay. I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
That makes sense, though. I
Yeah,
guess.
it's just like inner rage, the gay rage.
That was crazy.
Don't
Like,
sleep on the gay population. They will kill you if necessary.
I don't even think. I think the guy's just fucked up. Like
I
he's
think
great.
he had his own problems, man. Like he fucking get his head bashed every day playing football.
Well,
It's
he
not
had
good for you.
he had great ball control on and off the field. I'll tell you that much.
The Catholic Church does not like that statement.
Yeah, no, they love it. They love it.
They definitely do love it on the low.
Yeah, they love it. I like how's that Catholic Church been going on so long, and how has pedophilia been such a known thing? And like, not many people raise that many
I
flags
think
about
people
this.
don't really care. It's one of those things where people are like, it's a big deal, but then they're like, oh, it happens? Cool.
Like, yeah, they're just fucking kids, just
I
like
mean,
the elites.
until it happens to your kid, then you're like, oh my god, it's a big fucking deal.
Honestly, I want to say if you let your kid become an altar boy, that's bad parenting, and that's on you. That's your fault. That's not even on the priest. That's on you. With the scouting report.
Is this like being the girl in the miniskirt at night? Like it's your fault? Is that where we're
Yes.
going with this?
My
Like,
buddy actually asked me,
Good
he's like, do
Lord.
some. He just had a kid. Vinny, shout out, and he told me to do some parenting
Is that
advice on the
Vinny Da
podcast.
Silva?
Yes, Vinny Da
That's my
Silva.
boy.
He
Good
just had
people.
a kid.
yeah,
Shout
congrats
out.
to him, man. Yeah,
So
for
he's like,
sure.
give us some parenting advice. My advice is do not let him become an altar boy.
My number one advice is let your kid be the gender that is in their pants.
Wow. I was just at Yorkdale, speaking of genders,
They're
and
kids, man. Let the kids be kids. Let them figure it out when they're teenagers.
well, these bathrooms got me
Right.
fucked up because I go to Yorkdale. I have to take a piss so bad, and I walk in, and it's like gender neutral bathrooms. I'm like, am I in or out?
I'm
So I
going
go
to
in,
gender
and there's like a
neutral.
bunch of like women in there, and I'm like, am I in the wrong washroom? And I'm tripping.
Listen, I'm black. I'm not fearing any women. I'm just gonna let my pee hit the water hard, and they'll know what I'm dealing
An
with.
alpha male.
Alpha male them.
What do you think
Hit
of
them with
those?
toxic masculinity?
What do you think of those like athletes though, transgender athletes?
I mean, I think they're fucking cheaters, to be honest with you.
What
I think they're weak men that weren't good at their sports, and they're like, we're gonna take on girls, and we're gonna crush them.
so they're like betas wanting to be
It's
alphas.
unfair, man. It's unfair. You can't put a natural born woman against someone that used to be a man that has more testosterone naturally. It's unethical. We're literally letting it, like we're talking about like wrestling or fighting, then we're letting men beat up women.
Yeah, like
Actually.
you grow up with all that testosterone, and they
Yeah.
are beating the shit out of them. And then
They're
there's people in
fucking whooping
track.
their ass,
There's this
yeah.
one woman I seen an article on, and she was always in her top heats growing up,
Yeah.
and then now she's fighting for a D1 scholarship, and she's getting screwed over because she's losing to these transgendered athletes, and now she's not getting scouted anymore because she's moving down to the
So what,
third
she
heat.
runs? Is she a
She's
runner?
track.
Yeah, well,
And
women have never ran the 100 meter in less than 10 seconds, so that
you know,
automatically right there raises the red flag. Like,
but it's crazy. Well, even if you want to know the disparity, like in men's and women, in terms of sport, physically, like for example, the women's U.S. soccer team, well known as the best women's soccer team in the world, to dominate, wins World Cups.
Didn't they lose to 15-year-old boys?
Yeah, well, yeah, U14 Dallas boys team,
Questionable.
and it wasn't even
Go
close.
on.
It was like dominated. It was like 6-2.
Go on.
The USA women's basketball team recently lost to like a U15 boys Atlanta team and dominated. And it just goes to show the disparity between like the physical bodies. But the one thing I do want to say in regards to that, I think it's like in terms of equal pay, I'm going to go this route on this.
Are you talking about the new WNBA deal?
Well, that's good. No, I think supply and demand. I don't even mind the deal. I just don't like
supply and demand. I'm a fan of that.
That's the economy. But I don't like people complaining about not making the same as men's sports. Okay, for example, if you're an electrician,
who watches it?
If you're an electrician,
have
a marketer.
You ever seen a female WNBA jersey on anyone ever?
Well, maybe
it comes down to
like a giveaway.
It comes down to marketing, right? If you're not seeing people wearing the items, you're not seeing people wearing the merchandise or going to the games, then we can't sit there and compare the two. Like the NBA is a powerhouse.
But think about this. In the most equal society we ever could create, potentially. If someone's a female electrician, a male electrician,
right,
you get paid by your quality of work. Do you not?
Well,
how skilled you are.
If you're in the union, not
really.
But
but let's go to like a freelance design person.
100%,
you're getting paid on your quality, not gender. So why does hypothetically these women on these teams deserve fame, sponsorship, and this big money, but a kid on that U15 fucking Dallas boys team will never get known. Will never get known any money. But in terms of in a straight equal world based on skill set, they may be better. But then I get the other argument. There is a need for women's sports and women idolization. I just say don't complain. Create your brand. Like you were saying, make a brand, make yourself profitable, stop crying.
Yeah, that's the same way I look at it, right? Because at the end of the day, you are trying to be good at your sport, but you want to be able to sell yourself and make that money because like you want to market yourself as
like look at Serena,
exactly Serena, like
she's worth millions, hundreds of millions probably.
Can we actually say she could be the top 10 male? Could she?
I don't think so.
I don't think she could be the top 100. She's marketing herself as the best woman, respectively.
Well, best athlete of all time. People call her the best athlete of all time.
She's won enough records to say so.
I would say best female athlete of all time, but if you're talking best athlete of all time, I mean, I have
a Michael Jordan bias, so I can't look past.
You say he's the best athlete of all time?
Because he's what an athlete stands for: smoking cigars,
gambling,
and cheating on your wife.
Shout out to all the whites out there and my Don Cherry peoples. Wayne Gretzky, the best athlete of all time.
Wayne Gretzky, he didn't win enough, but he is. He is the best. I think he's the best solo player of all time. Because you look at his accolades versus other players, like how far he is ahead against other greats, it's foolish. I can't really talk to Wayne.
I don't know whether LeBron's the best athlete of all time. Like you look at Michael Phelps, what
LeBron's
he did.
LeBron's a bit of a bitch.
Not even in terms. I'm talking outside of basketball. Like some athletes out there, like.
I mean, Phelps smokes weed, so he's automatically taken off the list.
No, taken off the list.
He's a stoner. We can't let him be on the top.
He's still elite. List. You don't think Usain Bolt is also smoking weed in Jamaica once in a while?
He's mad fast. I don't know if he is smoking weed, but
man, I'm telling you, like.
High speed.
These people, like the athletes, you wouldn't think like the amount of athletes that actually smoke while they play.
100%. It's good for you too, man. Like your body hurts you.
Well, it depends on your tolerance too, right?
Yeah, some people get so high they can't drive. So
like I'm a goalie in hockey, so when I used to play, when I first started actually smoking weed, I was at that age and like played hockey, played goalie.
Probably tough.
I liked it. It was a mental thing because you get shook when you're a goalie, you can get shook mentally by letting in a goal.
Yeah.
And I remember like I just had fun. I was like, oh, who gives a fuck? Like if I let in a bad goal and like the game would slow down, but that's because I had a tolerance and I knew I wasn't my first time smoking and going to play.
Some guy just screens out.
It's like I know what I'm doing. Yeah. I'm comfortable. It's like driving high, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Oops.
That's illegal. I mean, it's weird. That's also weird. The whole you can't drive while smoking weed.
Well, while smoking, I'll give you, but like.
I mean, you smoke cigarettes when you drive, don't you?
I don't smoke darts. I'm not dumb.
I mean, fuck. I started smoking.
You smoke darts?
When I got out, I never used to smoke darts.
You smoke in jail?
I smoke in jail. Cost you a fucking shitload, but I smoke in jail.
What other cigarettes run you in jail?
You get $100 for what's called a bill bag, but it's literally like a cigarette, basically. $100 for one cigarette.
What the fuck's a bill bag? You get one cigarette?
A bill bag.
Yeah, it's a bill, and you get one cigarette.
What would be one cigarette? Yeah, it used to be better. It used to be like a fucking this much, like a fucking good thick roll of
Can't someone just like sneak you in like just raw like some rollable papers and some raw tobacco and you just roll your own? Like
I mean, fuck, if you're lucky enough to have zigzags or like a backwood in jail, you are lucky. But
How do mans get shit in there? They stick it up their ass? Like, how's that
I
work?
can't tell you how mans get shit in jail.
I
But
don't want
you
to
can
be a
use your-
6'9" on.
Yeah, you can use your imagination how she gets into jail, but I mean, fuck.
Free
It is
flow
what
of
it is.
goods.
Is it? I wouldn't say it's a free flow, but it's there.
What was one thing that you would buy when you were in jail?
Honestly, canteen is the biggest thing.
What's
like snacks
cantina?
and shit, like fucking chips and fucking pop and like candy and
You
bullshit.
can people are chopping like fucking shit like it's elementary school
I
in jail.
will. I'll literally be like, yo, give me like your meal and I'll send you like a fucking mini Oreos. And people be like, yeah, okay, I hate this meal, sure.
Really?
Send
Yeah.
that shit. Give me that fish patty. Give me that fucking shit.
It's a different life in jail, eh?
It's a fucking death life, man. But when you have like nothing, it's all about how you are mentally. A lot of people go to jail and they crack. They can't handle doing the time and shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Realistically, it's about your approach to the time.
So what do you do with your time, all that spare time? I would get jacked. I don't know how you're not jacked right now.
Fuck getting jacked, bro. When you can eat as much bullshit as you want to. Depends if you have money. If you don't have money in jail, like, yeah, just get jacked because you don't have money to buy shit anyway. But, you know what I mean, you buy bare fucking
So what'd
snacks.
you do with your time?
I read books, man. Books.
What kind of books you into?
Whatever was there, bro. You read whatever you get. Like, if there's fucking self-help books, I read a self-help book. If it's fucking a little JD Robb or some fucking James Patterson.
They have like a library in jail there?
There's like a librarian, like a jail-issued librarian that comes around and like feeds you books through a little grate, like a little pig.
Yeah.
But there's actually like a librarian on the range too, like an inmate that chooses to have the books and shit, which is actually my job.
Yeah.
As a librarian, yeah.
You're a librarian. What do you need to do a job so like you can?
You don't
like,
need to do shit. I just chose to be the librarian because I wanted the books.
It's
I was like, fuck that. I'm not trying to wait for the books for some other asshole.
it's
Like,
smart.
I wanted the book control, so.
And you're not allowed. Like, are you allowed internet access?
Fuck no, they don't have the internet. Plus, there's fucking perverts in jail, man. Like, you don't want some fucking
Oh yeah.
PC rat goof on fucking
Is there like
PC range?
Is there like pedos in that jail and shit?
I mean, there's pedos, but like you're not gonna see the pedos in general population.
You'll beat the fuck out of them.
Yeah, most people find out that you're a pedophile and shit. Even like the pimping underage girl shit, like people don't tolerate that shit. It's like, you know what I mean? It's very strange that there's more of like a moral code amongst prisoners than are amongst like average men.
So is there actually like a lot of fights in jail? Or at least where you were? Is that a thing, or is it just like rare?
There's definitely fights in jail, 100%. I'm not gonna say that fights don't happen, but I mean, it's not so like I wouldn't say it's like 60 days in or some shit where it's like, you know, like there's this altercation. Like shit does happen. There's people that are from like enemy neighborhoods. There are people that have their own personal fucking problems that, you know what I mean? Like it's jail, and then there's issues that happen while being there, where it's like, you know, like you want to bully this guy for his snacks, and this guy wants to bully the same guy for his snacks. You guys fight over the guy to bully. It's just fucking a bunch of bullshit. It's like high school.
Yeah, you ever catch a man crying?
I've seen men cry.
That'd be sad. I feel like
I've seen men cry.
Seeing people cry in jail,
yes.
especially, that's gotta be a sad sight.
I called my girlfriend and she was absolutely like mortified. She was like, a grown man was crying, and I was like, yeah.
What brought him to that? Just like his situation, I guess.
He was getting slapped. The worst thing in jail is being slapped.
Like
Another man coming to you and
like a catch a defaz kind of.
Exactly, the defaz. Is
Wow.
exactly what it is. A man
Just start
open
crying?
palm slapping you in your face.
Disrespect.
Hold that.
Why don't you fight back? Like if that happened instantly, I'm throwing. I don't care if the guy's bigger than me.
And
like
you're a smart guy because at the end of the day, you have your respect. But a lot of guys take the defaz, and now you're just a defaz guy. That's to sit on the range and act as if it didn't happen. We all saw it though.
I was shit
saw,
on people.
We saw a man take your manhood. You're like, the fuck? No one can fucking slap me in my damn face. You're not my dad.
Man, if I got, you know what I would do if I got slapped? If I got slapped in jail and the guy was like jacked and I couldn't win the fight,
punch me in the dick.
No. I'll walk away. The next time I can, I'm keeping a fucking handful of shit in my hand. And I'm fucking slapping him with some shit in the face because nobody wants to fuck with the guy that fucks with his own shit.
I don't even know what would happen to me. I don't know how the other prisoners react, or let alone the guards, because the guards are just like, because there's gonna be shit on the range, and no one's gonna want to deal with it.
Like I heard Will Ferrell say the same thing. He goes to jail if there's a jail riot, covers himself in shit because no one wants to fight the guy covered in his own shit.
I mean, it's an option, and once again, he's American, so American jail is fucking different.
Like Will Ferrell's going to jail.
They got that race shit where it's like, you know, you're a white guy, you gotta be with the Aryans, you're black, you gotta be with fucking Panthers or the Bloods or the Crips, whatever the fucking group they got there, and Hispanics.
I would identify as a woman and go to women's jail.
That's not how it works.
Did you hear about that? There's a guy doing that right now.
There's a transgender guy in Lindsay right now who's in fucking PC because he can't go to any other range. He's in solitary PC by himself.
Is he a woman?
Is he?
Like, does he identify as a woman?
By the liberal status, yeah, he's a woman. By science, no.
So like,
he has a penis.
Wouldn't he want to be out with the people so he can get fucked? Hypothetically speaking.
I mean, once again, I'll tell you, like, Canadian jail is very anti-gay. It's not an environment where you can try and do any sort of feminine shit. Even if you act slightly girlish, niggas will look at you like, yo, this guy's a fish. Like what do you want right now? There's none of that like, oh, like,
This guy's a fish.
You know how Ajax and
Like,
Durham
that's a
is?
stupid fucking, by the way, a stupid nickname, I think, for gay people.
Fish?
Yeah, like, what does that even mean?
Bro,
I don't like that.
fucking know, bro.
I'm a fisherman. That's like my hobby. I'm
yeah.
like, fuck a fish? Like, I love fishing.
Yeah, I'm a Pisces, so it's offensive to me as well.
You
know?
fucking fish.
Yeah.
I think it's just because it sounds funny.
It just sounds disrespectful though, you know. Fish just like flop
fish.
around, they're like slimy and shit.
Like, someone called me that one time. I'm like, okay, like, I'm cool with that. Like, fish are
you're
cool.
a fucking white guy, bro.
That's what I mean. We're hard to
If you're
offend.
black, that shit hits you to the core. That's like, you know, almost like the N-bomb amongst black people.
I'm trying to think of something that's like on a white guy that would actually like offend them.
White girls don't have that shit.
Unless you make fun of their appearance, like whatever they look like. You know, like a fat guy might not like being called fat, that kind of shit. But like, I don't know, white people are fucking weird. Like, I'm starting to lose my shit when people say I don't like spicy food or something. I'm officially calling that racist. I love it. That's what I'm calling them racist now. I'm calling people out.
But do you actually like spicy food, or do you like, you know?
Yeah, like
just say
my
that.
butthole doesn't like it, but I like it.
No one's butthole likes spicy food. I'll say that.
I love it though.
I mean, I like it. I have a terrible tolerance for spicy food. My face, I sweat like a bitch. I look like I'm not enjoying it, but I actually am.
Yeah.
But I mean, spicy food is one of those things where it's like, it's not an everyday thing.
What's your go-to?
Your asshole can only handle so
What's
much.
your go-to spicy dish? Like, you want something spicy.
You're white, so like, is jerk chicken too spicy for you? Or
I don't know.
like,
I fuck with Indian food, and that's pretty spicy sometimes.
I don't do Indian food. I think Indian food's fucking disgusting, personally.
Jerk's not spicy. It just has flavor. Like, it's not spicy. I've never had something jerk that's
I can rate you, fam. I can rate you for that.
Because, like, you know what it is. Because it's true, though. It's not spicy. It's just flavor.
But you haven't had, like, home-cooked jerk. If you have, like, a black...
No, I get, like, Patty King jerk pork lunch special. You know?
Yeah, that's not, like... That's the watered down for the white people version. Like, it's not. Like,
it's good shit though. $5, like, or $6.
Take a vacation to fucking Jamaica and get the raw shit. You know what I mean? Have the genuine fucking shit. You'll see the difference. It's a bit spicier when you're back home.
Yeah, someone told me.
Not back home for me though. I'm not fucking Jamaican.
Yeah, you fucking are to me. Fuck.
It is what it is, right?
No, I'm kidding.
It is what it is.
You're Trini, eh?
Yeah, I went there in fucking 2016.
Yeah.
I fucking hated it, but you know.
You're not even Trini technically. Like,
I'm Canadian,
bro. You're Canadian. If you did your DNA test, it's probably like some mix of African countries.
100%. I'm black. Where else would I be from? I'm from fucking Equality or some shit. Fuck.
Like, I'm a European mutt. Fucking. Yeah. I'm actually related to an Irish king. I found out, and guess this? It's a king. No, but this is hilarious. It's the king. His name's the King of 9 Hostages. And it's not even like a sick royalty.
Like, yeah, 9 hostages. Is that even a good thing? Like,
it was like, I looked into it. Apparently the guy.
King of kidnapping.
Yeah, well, he took each like of the big royal families throughout Ireland. I guess he kidnapped a member from each family, and that's how he got the fucking king. He didn't kill them. He just kidnapped them.
That's some gangster shit.
Yeah, that's right. I rate that. And now the Irish king is Conor McGregor. You see that fight this weekend?
Yeah, that was quick. That was a super quick. That was like when you fucking.
That lasted longer than me in bed.
First time in some good pussy, and you're just out the door.
Is that do you feel bad when that happens, when you come too quick? Like,
not at all.
I think it's a compliment to the girl. If that happens, like,
I don't give a fuck about the compliment. If I really feel that bad about myself, I'll give it a round 2. But fuck, bro, it happens. Like,
honestly,
it's a dick. It's not a fucking robot. It's not
the first
fisting your ass.
The first time I started having sex, and when that happened, like super quick, that was the moment I knew I could not be gay. I was like, fuck, if it took me 30 seconds,
that's a good way to look at it.
This felt this good. Like, it's definitely, I'm good.
Oh, fuck, have you fucked a chick in the ass?
Oh, yeah. I love it too.
You're a white guy, right? So that's...
Yeah, like, that's.
But like, I'm from Durham, so like, I've definitely fucked a chick in the ass.
I was going to say, shut the fuck up if you haven't. Have you
eaten
ass?
I mean,
have you eaten ass?
I've tried it.
How did you like it?
I don't see the hype, but I mean, if the girl's super into it, it's whatever, you know what I mean? I'm down to like pleasure my woman. So
I don't mind if I'm in like the shower and I'm fucking around, but like,
yeah, clean butt's obviously the best. You're not gonna be like, oh baby, just got home from work, let me suck your butthole.
Some men's like that shit.
Some guys do like that shit.
Some men's want to suck that. Some men's like, can you go for a jog? And then I like
come for a jog and then put your panties on my head and spank me. Like, that is some guys' MO, but me personally, I think of myself at least heteronormal.
It goes back to the jerk chicken. They just like the flavor.
Yeah, they like the flavor. They like the nuances of it. 100%.
No, I like eating pussy, eating ass. It's good because it's for them.
Exactly.
It's like you're giving back to the community.
A giver, right?
Yeah.
So you're one of those guys that's just like, give me a blowjob all the time. Suck my dick, baby.
I don't even like blowjobs that much. I'm gonna be honest. They're overrated.
I mean,
hand jobs are the worst. Let me get that straight. But
hand jobs aren't even legal. If a girl gives me a hand job, I'm pressing charges.
It's assault. It really is.
It really is assault.
So
you can't beat my dick better than me.
I gave
impossible.
I gave up hand jobs because in high school I had this situation. I was in a car with this girl and she was trying to give me one. And instead of going like with the skin, she was going against it and creating like friction, like creating heat.
Oh, that's
so my dick ended up swelling up to double the
gave you
fucking size. Like
Indian rug burn?
I've never seen my dick swole, and it was swollen. And like,
well, I mean, that's kind of a benefit for you.
No,
though, right?
it wasn't. Like, it was sick for a second. I was like, hey.
Yeah.
But then,
Like,
like, I got home. I was like, Jesus Christ. I was like scabbing. I was like, did I catch herpes off her fucking hand? Like,
you don't know because you're young, right? You think
yeah. And then I was like, never a
So
hand job again. The girl offered before. I was like, honestly, politely decline. I like you. I respect you as a woman. But
exactly. It's all about respecting women. 100%.
Like, let's just keep your hands to yourself.
Your goddamn hands to yourself.
Your mouth and
any
other
palms. You're not gonna spit on your palms.
Yeah,
first?
like.
So trying to whittle a fire, like.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, it's too much. I'm not a fan of hand jobs.
Hand jobs.
Keep my fucking dick out of your hand.
Maybe from a tranny because they know what they're doing, but other than that.
Jesus Christ. I know you have your tranny thing, man, but like, I can't do it, bro. You have to be born a woman. I believe in natural born women.
There's nothing wrong with a two-holer, fam. There's nothing wrong with a two-holer.
I mean, the lack of womb is what, you know what I mean? If I can't have a fear of
Are you trying to have a kid?
You want them? I'm fucking black. I should have 5 kids by now.
You want the fear of fatherhood. That's what gets you on the.
I don't fear it at all. I'm ready to be a dad.
You like the Russian roulette. I was saying that this week. I made a post about that this week. How I like don't want to be a husband, but I want to be a dad. So I'm just gonna start dropping unnecessary loads into people.
Listen, I said that. My girlfriend's not a fan. She's just like, you can't be a father without being a fucking husband. Like, that's not happening. I'm just like,
well,
that's fucked up, man.
I'll go back to jail.
That's not what you want. You want me to be here.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, that's what would happen, right?
No, well, fuck.
Maybe. Ideally not.
Ideally not. Let's, you know what I mean? Try and be as good and Christian as we can.
But stats say, once you go, you're going back. Yeah.
It's true, but the last time I was there, honestly, for a stay was like 10 years ago. So as long as I keep it at a 10-year back and forth, it's fine. 38 is okay.
10-year back and forth.
That's the way I look at it, man. If you go to jail every other year, fuck it, bro. You're
honestly, man, if you're going to jail ever, you're in trouble. Like, just like don't go.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
With
this housing market, it sounds like a sweet gig.
You're getting fed for free.
You get fucking places.
People come check on you every single night. Like, how much can you? Like, your friends don't do that.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend probably won't even do that. She doesn't live with you.
That costs like $3,000 a month out here. Even more.
For free. You got a roommate. It's a shitty living space, but it's basically what you get in Toronto for $2,000 a month anyway.
How was your roommate? Was he?
My roommate actually ended up being like one of my best friends, so it's pretty funny.
You got lucky on it.
He came there like a month later. My first roommate was terrible. It's just a weird French guy.
Was like Quebecer?
He's the guy that cried. He was the crying guy.
A Quebecer?
He got slapped the shit out of him. Yeah.
Why did he get slapped? Did he deserve it?
I mean, basically, he was supposed to do something that he didn't do. He's supposed to get this other guy bounced off the range, or just making somebody leave because you want to make space, or you just don't like somebody.
Bounced off the range. What do you mean make them leave? Like from the jail?
Like no, from your range. So like pack up your shit and go to another range. Like we don't want you.
Like area?
Yeah, like an area per se. Like a range is like like 20 or so rooms, a bunch of guys.
Like your little community.
Yeah.
Like
and there's like 5 or 6 ranges on a pod. And
so you can just choose to leave.
Yeah, you can choose to leave, but it's frowned upon.
But like if you get slapped up and start crying, you gotta go.
You don't have to go, but like you should think about leaving because you didn't defend it. That's the main thing. As a man, is defending yourself.
Do you ever get slapped up in jail?
Are you fucking insane? Look at me. And if somebody ever put their fucking hands on me, like there's no way I'm gonna let that slide. That's just man to man though. Like that's not even on some like being on a tough guy thing or like, you know what I mean, being involved in like the life. It's really a matter of like as a man, like there's no way another grown man is gonna slap me in my face. I'm gonna sit there like, yes, dad. That's insane.
If I ever have to go to jail, my game plan is to pull like the white elitist thing and fake my death.
That's not gonna work for you. You're not gonna Epstein your way out of this. Like, it's not gonna happen that way. Like,
you never know, man. Like maybe I got connections. You don't know.
It'd be hard to kill yourself, man. They don't give you enough like things to kill yourself.
No, you kill yourself during the trial, fam.
Well, a lot of guys are in there on trial, man, on murders. That,
I'm not murdering anyone. If I go to jail, it's probably for like I don't know what I would even go to jail for. Like,
DUI or something.
No, it would be like
DUI is the white crime.
Some Martha Stewart ass crime. Like
embezzlement. What are you gonna embezzle? We're gonna embezzle off Mayo and chicken.
Yeah, like this podcast is just our money laundering fucking thing.
That'd be awesome.
And that's why we have so many fake downloads.
Yeah. We're just pumping the streams and shit. We're on our yummy shit right now.
Yeah.
Stream yummy, please.
Stream overnight.
Please.
Yeah, like
please.
That would be some white collar crime because like, and if I murder someone, like it's not even gonna be like on purpose. You know, like it would have to be like.
What's not on purpose?
Like a car accident. You know, like maybe something
Are
like
you
that.
that bad of a driver?
No, but like I'm trying to think.
You are a man, right? You're a
Yeah,
born man.
yeah.
Okay. So
I'm a great driver. Honestly,
until you're 40 or 50.
honestly, it's not I don't think it's like for bad drivers, it's not even a race thing. I want to say, and people say like Asians are bad drivers. I don't think it's a race
I'm black,
thing.
so I guess I can get away with being a little bit racist.
No,
but
no, no.
like,
I'm saying
it
it's
is definitely a race.
No,
thing.
no, no. Hear me out, because every race has
Okay.
old people and women. You know, I tried that in a stand-up bit one day, like crickets.
Really? They didn't appreciate that?
It was how I delivered it.
Maybe
Like
that's what it
I've
was.
tried it a couple times in Oshawa with some crackheads. They loved it. But
'Cause
like
I
the
can
second
be
I was in
honest,
Toronto, mans are like, shut
Old
the
black
fuck
men
up.
are shit drivers. Old white guys are shit drivers. Like it's not
Old
even-
people. It's
Old
old.
people are so, and that's not even like seniors, like 45, 50.
And that's
You're
why.
bad at driving.
Well, that's why I get upset that for our world leaders, we always choose old people. Like when your brain's on your decline, that's the people we want making decisions.
What you need is
What-
like a super elite 30-year-old.
That's what I mean. Like find out the human age when your brain's at its peak working conditions, and let's let those people manage.
That makes sense.
Instead, we're gonna put like 80-year-olds in there and then wonder
Plus,
why
we're
the fuck they
living
can't
at their
remember.
standards, like when they grew up. Like, look how young we are. Like, what the fuck do we have in common with like a Donald Trump or even like a Trudeau? Like,
Yeah, or even
we
like
weren't born in their time period.
I swear I seen like
It's
clips.
our world, right?
I seen like clips of Hillary Clinton and it looked like she was barely standing up, having like quick little seizures walking around.
She's
Like I'm
supposed to be
like,
the president so damn bad.
I don't think she's. I
And
don't
they
think she's a
chose the
human.
wrong woman, man. Like they set women back by using Hillary Clinton. I think personally.
They sent her back. They didn't send
They
them anywhere.
sent
They're in the same
women-
spot.
I mean, I don't think women are going to be the president anytime soon. Who's the next female candidate?
That girl for the Democrats right now.
That one, like, Hispanic or whatever the
No,
fuck her
no,
name
she's not
is.
Hispanic. It's like another old white lady. I can't
Oh,
remember
okay,
her
classic.
fucking
Yeah.
her name.
Old
Elizabeth
white lady.
Warren. Elizabeth Warren, I want to say.
She's not going to win.
No, you're not going to be Trump this time around. Maybe the next election after
No
a woman
one's
can get in.
beating Trump.
No,
Trump
not
is
right
2
now.
terms.
You know,
baby.
no, The Rock could beat Trump. If The Rock came in right now as the
No,
Democratic
listen,
leader,
no one can.
The
beat
Rock would
again.
beat Trump. I don't care what you say. If
The
The Rock got in the election, he would
Honestly,
beat Trump right
if
now.
his song is not the walkout from his like WWE days, it's not worth it for me.
And Trump would
The
know
Rock
it
says-
too.
The Rock says, "I'm a fan."
If he goes to the first debate and they're like, we're not releasing who our candidate is until like the first national debate, and Trump's standing there and they see like The Rock's music,
Yeah.
like he comes out, he knows he's fucked. He's like,
What am I
like,
gonna do? We just
who's
fucking
not voting for The
rock
Rock?
bottoms him right there on the stand and shit.
Like,
Everyone's like, "Oh my god,
and he
God,
just does,
JR."
what's the classic thing he does during like arguments? Like,
Raising
I don't
the
care
eyebrow.
who you are.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
yeah,
He like
yeah,
asks you a question, like, where are you from? I'm from. It doesn't
yeah,
matter.
yeah.
That's all he does to
And he was
Trump.
in like the R-rated WWE where like
The good
Vince
shit.
McMahon said nigga and shit. Like it was a different time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Trump also slapped up Vince McMahon.
Did he?
I watched the video the other day,
No, it was,
and it's.
yeah.
I'll show you it after. I saved it because it was so funny. Just like Vince McMahon's fucking with his tie, doing all the shit, and Trump's just like hits him with the biggest slap to the face.
I love how McMahon is like a CEO and like running this company, but also on steroids and wrestling, like doing soap opera for boys, but you're a CEO making millions of dollars. It is hilarious.
He's a smart
He's-
man.
He's bringing the XFL back, is he not?
Well, he tried it one
You
time.
better not fucking kneel.
No, he already tried one time and it failed because
He's bringing it back though. Apparently,
honestly, I think it could work, but I think they should just go a different sport. I think football's on the decline. I think that's the problem there.
so what are we thinking? Quidditch?
Oh fuck, that'd be fire. If you could get flying broomsticks, sign me the fuck
buddy,
up.
I'm involved. Are you fucking dumb? Are you one of
You're
those
not playing Quidditch.
bludgeoning niggas?
There's gonna be a
I'm
weight
afraid of
limit
heights.
on that fucking.
What do you mean? I was gonna
on that
I'll get a
broom.
double broom. I'm gonna fucking mop or some shit or a Swiffer and slide around and shit.
Yeah, I'm getting
I got the
fucking.
most expensive one you can
You'd be
get.
the defender goalie ass one.
100%. That's what
the
I'm
guy.
going to do. I'm gonna break necks and shit.
I'm trying to get that golden snitch. No, that
I
would
can't
be.
even tolerate that. But man, going for snitch.
Yeah. Wouldn't you want that though?
I guess yeah. In a sense, yeah. Catch the snitch.
Yeah, catch the snitch.
Open that nigga up and find out your secret, Harry.
Snitches, fucking 6'9".
You're a
I
wizard
don't.
now.
I don't think like. Honestly, like he's not gonna get murdered. He's gonna be one of the biggest artists. It's all a big
He'll be
marketing
fine.
ploy. I guarantee he capped his
You
whole
think
way
he'll
out.
come
of it.
back out and then be like, you think it's fake? You think the whole 6ix9ine going to jail is
No,
fake?
no, it's not fake. But I think he's gonna come out and use that as the ultimate marketing ploy.
If he's smart enough, I see him still trying to sell records, but I don't see the fans being there behind him the same way. I felt the whole Treyway thing was a big part of who he was, and then people just be like, "Yo, you're kind of a rat," but like,
But like people
we'll still listen to you because you make catchy songs.
Who's another? Think of another like famous rat that maybe has redemption, or like any rat that like you could.
I mean,
think
people
of.
say Drake's a rat, so
Why would Drake be a rat? I'm not educated on this shit.
there's apparently this incident about him getting robbed for his chain and some stories being told, but
You
Drake
rob
is
me,
Drake.
but like if someone robbed me, why am I not gonna tell the
But
police?
this is the whole way I look at it. Drake is not a fucking gangster. Drake is a civilian. So
Yeah,
he's allowed
like-
to call the police. I don't
like-
believe in civilians not being able to call the
I
cops.
know, like if
You're a
man,
civilian, like-
if like I know a guy and he robbed me for something I really like valued, I'd be like, yo, this guy robbed me.
I'll be honest with you. If somebody robs you and you're in front of me, I am
Yeah, I
not
was gonna
gonna. I'm
say.
not gonna witness for you.
Honestly,
I
to be
won't.
honest, I wouldn't even.
I would help you. I wouldn't let you
Robbery?
get robbed.
No,
That's
I
what
gotta
would.
correct that because robbery isn't something I would just give it to them. I don't think robbery is something I would actually like pursue.
It depends.
I think it would be like
Do they have a gun or a knife?
No,
What is your? I won't.
if
I won't
someone
let this happen.
if someone harmed me or my family severely, like if someone like stabbed me and I'm like, yo, fuck this person, like yeah, fucking get them in jail. I think it had to be something like bodily harm or fucked with my family. That's where I'd be like, yeah, like that's
you
not
would just
good.
handle that yourself as a man. Just be like, fuck that.
No,
like,
I'm not trying to go to jail. I'm not like you. I got a life to live.
I mean,
My
fuck
life's
you.
too valuable.
I mean, you don't have to get caught,
If
bro.
you're fucking with my family, because like I'm not doing anything
You gotta look at it
sketchy
this
enough
way.
to
If
get
someone's
to be in that
stab
life.
you, I mean, you're gonna be willing to at least stab them.
Oh, if I had a knife, 100%. If honestly,
The way I
like,
look at it, someone trying to stab you, at least you can do is defend yourself and then get on the fence.
all I
and
gotta
take
say
the
is
knife,
I'm a
you know
gun
what I mean?
owner. So like, if anyone,
You're a legitimate firearm owner, but like you're in Canada, so you can't even use that thing. It's kind of fucked up.
you can't. But I always said in the event that I had to, fuck the laws.
So you're gonna go to jail.
My dad's the same way. Well, no, yeah, I know, but like if someone's coming in the house, home invasion per se, and I have guns sitting in the whatever room, why wouldn't I grab them and defend my family?
That makes 100% sense. But I'm just saying.
I'll deal with the.
Fucked up.
That's the time
I
I can
would-
end up in jail.
You know what? I'll deal with the repercussions. I feel you in the same breath. Because why would you want your family to get harmed just because you didn't want to use your gun and go to jail possibly? Fuck that.
No, if you
I'll go to
have
jail
it,
for my family any day of the week.
man. Even and I'm fucked up in the sense that I always want to own a gun legally. I'll only buy them legally because like
Yeah.
it's my right. So I'm gonna do it the
I'm
proper
not allowed
way.
to ever have them. I have a lifetime firearm.
Yeah,
So
that
I
makes
can never
sense.
have them.
That makes sense.
You
How many
think
times
so?
you been to jail? I wouldn't give you a gun if I didn't know you.
Because I'm a black guy?
No, because you've been to jail X amount of times.
Yeah, but going to jail doesn't make you a bad person. Or mean you
No,
can't
I
have a
know,
firearm.
but like
I'm not like mentally ill. It doesn't mean, you know what I mean?
I
can't
know
hang
you're
out with a
not,
firearm.
but like I feel like a firearm is kind of like a privilege to have.
Is
Like
it? If I've never shot anybody or used a firearm in a
yeah, it
legal
depends.
way,
I guess if you don't have any violent, maybe
you know what I
like
mean?
crime.
Like having the possession of a firearm shouldn't ban you from a firearm. If you use a firearm against somebody, then we can say, okay, this guy's dangerous with his gun. But getting caught with one isn't the same thing as using one. You can't say just because you have one that you will use one.
Well, no, if you get caught with one that's illegal, I don't fuck
Well,
with that.
yeah, all guns are illegal unless you have a fucking legal.
That's what I mean. But like before, like
I
even
was
if it
caught
was
with a
before,
gun once, bro. Chill. And I was a kid. Doesn't count.
why the fuck were you running around with guns as a kid? Like what the fuck
You're
are you
17,
doing,
bro. You know what I'm saying? It's life.
I shot guns at 17 too. I went to the fucking shooting
With
range.
your white privilege and did all your white
That's
guy
not
things.
white privilege. You can do that.
I know you can.
I was gonna say.
You really can. It's not
That's
arresting at all.
that's the thing with a lot of like even in the states when people
Yeah.
get caught with like illegal guns, like you're legally allowed to buy it. Just buy a fucking
Depending
gun
on the
legally.
state, bro. Depending on the state.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
like, you know what I
guess.
mean? Like New York and Chicago is like you can't have a fucking gun.
Like even with gun control in Canada, like
I
They
think
want-
it's too strict here.
well,
First of all.
well, yeah, well that and they want to take away, for example, they want to do a confiscation of like semi-automatic weapons. So like,
They're all semi-automatic.
well, not necessarily like so like you
You
can have a
cannot
pump
have-
action, right?
Yeah, but you
Pump
can't have
actions
any
you can
automatic
have.
firearms. You can't have like an AR-15.
But you can't have
a-
fully automatic right now in Canada.
Yeah, that's trash.
But semi-automatic, they want to like collect gun, and I don't like the idea of governments coming to take away your guns and to like legal owners,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, the majority of this gun violence is guns from the states that are illegal.
well,
These handguns, because handgun guns are
it
like a
doesn't-
prohibited
it
license
It
to
doesn't
have.
matter where they come from. At the end of the day, the majority of the violence is between other street criminals and not the civilians. So putting
Yeah.
a ban on civilians doesn't help civilians.
Yeah,
because
a legal
criminals-
owner.
Listen, criminals can still get guns. Period. You're not going to stop criminals from getting guns. Because at the end of the day, they don't really want to stop the problem. They just want to make it look like that so society can say, good job, and pat the police on the back and say, like, you know,
Like, look at this gun.
hashtag
Well,
police
look at
strong,
Toronto. This
blue
gun.
strong.
Look at this gun buyback. There's been more shootings ever since they did this buyback. It hasn't done anything.
That's the streets literally saying, fuck you, enjoy. Take the guns back, but we're going to bust them harder.
That's the
Nah,
thing.
I'm just kidding.
No.
I honestly don't know what it is. I feel like there must be a lot of tension in the city, and as you can see, a lot of Toronto artists have passed away as well. Fucking that bully guy. I don't know what the
He was
other-
in
other kid's
Oshawa
name.
though. Everyone's like the city got him, but he was in Oshawa, right? When it
Well,
happened.
It doesn't mean you can't get shot from Toronto.
No,
City,
no, no.
Oshawa.
I know it's all the same, but like that wasn't
It's
like.
plausible. It's not like, it's not that far. We're not talking about driving to Sudbury.
No, is that was
40
he from
minutes.
Oshawa? I don't know.
I don't even fucking know, to be honest with you. I don't know much about the guy. He has some
No.
decent songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
I don't know much about it. I just heard it was in Oshawa and like Christmas
Yeah.
Eve. I was like, what the fuck is he from? I wonder if
that's
he's
terrible
from there.
too. Like, you die around Christmas and shit. That fucks up
Eve,
Christmas. for
and
the
he's such a
family.
young guy, yeah, and like so
That's
much
how it is, man.
potential.
It's always the young guys. You rarely hear about guys that are older getting into that shit because you're just at that point where it's like
No one gives a fuck either.
You're older.
If you're old.
You know what I mean? Like you're not like.
If you're old, if Dr. Dre got shot right now, everyone's like, he lived a good life. Like it's sad.
Well, he's also a fucking billionaire, so he's made a good change out of that life.
His family's good.
They're set for life. They're billionaires.
The thing that's sad about Bully, he's 24, and at the end,
man, he's fucking kid.
The guy should be touring worldwide, not fucking
sitting in the fucking ground.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
It is what it is, though, right? Like you just gotta keep pushing. Everyone else in the city that's making music,
learn from it. Stay out of any lifestyle that's gonna put you there.
That's what it is, right? You gotta look at it whether it's gonna be your music or the streets. Like, what avenue do you really believe in yourself? If you don't believe in yourself enough in your music, you still got one foot in the streets, then the music's never gonna make it because the streets will catch up to you.
Or is it one crazy person? Who knows? Like no one knows except people that were close, right? Like I don't know anything about.
My personal thing about it, I always think that it's some kind of issues between him and some other person. That's usually how it goes. Like
you don't think some crazy guy just.
I don't think it's like he had some crazy fan that was like, "Well, he didn't sign this autograph."
No, it wouldn't be that.
It's not that. It's not like Drake or some shit. You know what I mean? It's not that level where something of that light would happen to him. But it's definitely some sort of issue between him and whether they're a faction or.
Who knows?
You know what I mean?
You can't even guess, right? It could be anything, right? The fucked up thing, because it's just a story you've heard too many times.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not even a story. It's like a one.
I have the same guess every single time. I'm always like, well,
it's the first thing that goes through your mind. That always goes through your mind. You're like, unless it's like
you get shot, no one's gonna shoot you randomly, and especially when you're a guy of status, it's like you probably have beef with some guy. Hated seeing him getting money
or jealousy.
Jealousy. You know what I mean?
That would be the worst. Like if someone isn't that what happened to Nipsey? Like the guy was like pretty much jealous of like.
I don't know if he was like. I think he was jealous, but he's also on some snitch shit. I'm not 100% sure what.
I can't even keep up with all of it. It's just too much.
It's crazy too.
It's like trying to keep up with Trump's impeachment. It's too much.
To me, especially with the Nipsey thing, I think that when you get to that level of stardom, you gotta leave you can't even be in your community. You gotta send other people to do that shit for you, because as much as you want to give back, some people don't give a fuck and they just see it as like, oh, well, you're in this position, put me there too. Why aren't I there? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta kind of just like step back and be like, listen, I love my community. Let me give back. But if I'm there on the front page, that type of shit will happen to you.
And that's like one thing I would say I was lucky about. If I blew up and I was like where I'm at, I'm a suburban white person, like I don't got nobody to report.
Some fucking other white guy hates you and shit.
Yeah, I don't even got to report to like if you come out of the hood, you gotta like bring you feel like you're obligated to bring your family and the people around you out with you, like you're the out. But like for like someone like me, if I'm from the suburbs, if I blow up, I'm like. You're like, Mom, I guess I got you. You don't really need it. But like,
you have the cottage.
Yeah, like my sister, I'm like, yo, I'll give you a vacation or something. I can give you more than that. Like, fuck off, dude. Like, my buddies get like a trip somewhere. I don't even think my buddies would want me to give them fucking shit.
Cause we're men, though.
No, not even men. There's men that would do it. Like, if you're from a shitty life and that's your out, like that's a different thing.
That's different.
But my buddies, if I blew up, they would not want shit from me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I couldn't look at one of my friends and be like, yo, I'm gonna buy you a house, fam. Like,
no.
Just come by my crib whenever you want to. There's 30 bedrooms.
Well, or it would be like they would want to work with me. They'd be like, "Hey, let's do a project and let's build together."
Yeah, I'm down for that.
That's the only thing that would make sense because like it's like what Drake has done. It seems, at least from the outside, it looks like he took his
all his boys
group and like instead of like getting leeches off, he's like, "You do this, we all have a role. We're a team."
That way, because at the end of the day, like this is real life. You can't trust motherfuckers.
Well, you got to build teams.
Not only in the streets, but you can't trust motherfuckers. You got to have some people around you from day one that know you and know your business drive and also want to build on that acumen together. That's how it has to be. Because you can have friends around you that like are leeches or that don't want to see you make it. That are like haters in disguise.
What do you think of the idea that we take some random mans and bring them on the shows, like just not nobodies but average Joes that not are pursuing followings? Just bring some random fucking like.
I'm down for this. It'll bring an interesting vibe to it. You can vibe off somebody else and see what their thoughts are. And
it's nice to get actual real people's thoughts on things sometimes than like someone that's in their own space.
Yeah.
Doing their own hustle, doing their own drive.
Two episodes in, and everyone might be sick of our opinions. So let's switch it up. Bring somebody new.
I don't even have opinions.
I'm just talking shit, really.
I don't think I have much. Like someone actually messaged me on Instagram today. They're like, "Hey, why do you post offensive things?" And I commented back. I was just like, "Hey, like, I just want to make people laugh. No, I'm sorry if anything has offended you, but like that's not my intention." And they're like, "Thanks." I mean, what the fuck are you even messaging me that for?
To be honest with you, my intention, I don't give a fuck if you're offended or not.
I don't either, but I'm gonna be respectful. Be like, hey, I'm sorry.
I'm not respectful.
If you find it offensive, my bad. But like, just know, like,
I'm passive aggressive with the people that I love. I don't have to be passive aggressive with the internet. I'll straight up be on my fuck you. I don't care. Suck your mom.
Yeah, I feel like you're like that in all aspects of your life.
I try to be, but it's just that honest, like a lifestyle. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why bite your words for somebody, especially someone you don't know? Fuck them.
I think it's because a lot of the time those people end up becoming fans. I noticed if I like sometimes just having that conversation, being like, hey, like what upset you? And then you explain it out. Sometimes I've had that.
Plans. Listen,
you don't
most
though.
people that reported me and shit have been like my girlfriend's friends and shit.
Or like talking about some shit that involved your girlfriend.
Yeah, I wouldn't even do that because that's like subbing and shit. That's like a little like
that's some simp move.
Like maybe when I was in my early 20s, I talked shit about a girl like fuck you, make a little post, you know what I mean? But like now it's like you're so grown, it's like you're past that shit. Literally everything I post about is things that I've learned in my life, whether it's me myself going through it, being like, oh, like next time you know what to do, or something my friends have told me, and it's kind of like. Put some shit together. I don't even fucking smoke weed before I do them. This is just me in the morning thoughts, lying in bed.
Memeing?
Before I go to the gym, after I go to the gym.
Just captioning shit.
Random shit. I see a post, I see a meme, I'm like, fuck it.
You used to post a lot more, though.
I did. Well, I had a following. People used to actually message me like, yo, you haven't posted yet this morning. So
yeah, it used to be daily. Because people report on Instagram.
That's what it is. I feel like people need to be grown-ups and be like, fuck
it's a fucking meme.
You don't like it? Go to another meme.
Yeah, like on to the next meme. You might like the next one. Like
it's
not that serious. I didn't even make this meme. I found it on the fucking internet. Like,
exactly.
I'm posting a meme I found.
I mean, it's the captions that you should get.
Yeah, the captions.
Like, your captions are brutal.
It's because you have an opinion. People don't want to hear people that have opinions. You know what I mean?
But I mean, it's one person's opinion. And I don't want to look at it as a sense. It's like, listen to me, follow me. I'm a cult leader. I'm looking at like, if this applies to your life, you know what I mean? Fucking go for it. Speak your truth. But if it doesn't, I'm not saying for you to change your ways. Just look at it as another way to approach the situation. Like what was I talking about this morning? Fucking.
I don't even know what were you talking about.
The guys fucking abusing girls' DMs and shit, or trying to link up quick. Toronto man's want to link up with their girl in like 37 minutes or some shit.
Yo, I think.
Chill, bro. Give it some time. Let the girl feel you out for Christ's sake.
Speaking about Toronto mans, I think I'm not technically from Toronto, but I think I'm officially.
Where's from the GTA?
I'm from the GTA, but I think I'm officially deemed the status Toronto man after I bagged a girl with my fucking bubble jacket on.
Is it a Moncleese though?
It's a bubble jacket.
It's a bubble jacket. There's bubbles on it.
Yeah, it's a bubbly jacket.
It's in style. Is it guess?
It's a bubbly jacket.
The guess is actually the finesse. Like, man's will open the guess. Like, yeah, like it's a Moncleese. You just look at that tag.
I don't even know what a Moncleese is till you just told me.
It's Montclair, brother. You know what Montclair?
I don't know brands.
Montclair is like, it's the bubble jacket. It's the super in bubble jacket. It's a French brand. I think it's French. Yeah.
Got a little pussy juice on the bubble jacket too.
You can definitely get.
Still got it on there.
It's about $2,000 a jacket. So
ballpark.
$1,500 for the cheaper ones.
I'm honestly not a bubble jacket guy. I like just a regular like black generic
I'm a fur
jacket.
Hood guy. The fur hood. That's just me. A little fur on the frill.
Some animal died for that. Fuck.
I mean, mine's real fur. Like I have a Macaj.
So what's that mean? What kind of animal? I'm so pissed.
Is it fox or something? I don't know. Peter will be pissed though. Like the entire inside of my jacket is fur.
But you're fucking warm, aren't you?
Oh, I'm warm as shit. So
you know what I always wanted in my crib?
What? A bear?
No, but a bear carpet, a polar bear. Fucking.
My guy. I've also seen
That's
shit.
A flex.
I want like a lion on the wall and shit that I shot. I
wouldn't want a lion. I want to kill a bear with a bow. Number one.
A bow.
Yeah, because I want to get into bow hunting. I want to get bow hunting because I hunt and I'm from a family that's into hunting. So I want to do a bear with a bow, and a bear because there's a lot of population. They actually need the populations down.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it's like I don't feel bad. The ecosystems. I'm actually helping the ecosystem.
Yeah.
The meat, you're gonna get a shit ton of meat. And
have you ever eaten bear? Have you had bear?
Yeah, I have bear in my freezer right now. A bear.
Why'd I ask a white guy, do you have bear in your freezer?
Venison.
There's some bear in there.
Man, this game meat though, there's nothing better than eating live game meat. Like my energies after, there's no preservatives.
Right after you shot it?
No, I just mean like that meat. Like you keep it in the freezer. Like it's so dark red and rich. If you compare it to you buy it at the store, the store's like almost gray. Like it's so light.
You know what?
And then you see these rich and no preservatives.
You have it right fresh from the kill to your
table. Oh man, and like you're getting so much
energy
energy from it. You're not like.
Do you find that?
The first time I had a moose and I worked out like a year and a half ago one time, and I had the absolute best workout of my life. Energy. I just it's such a nutritious thing. I get mad that my mom even buys other shit while we have this stuff in the freezer.
Yeah,
I have moose, venison, bear, and all the different cuts.
I'm one of those guys that I prefer to buy my meat from Sobeys. Not to give them like a shout out, like, oh, go buy your meat at Sobeys, but like I'm not gonna buy my meat at fucking No Frills.
No frills. You gotta go Sal's and Ajax. Come on, man.
You're going to Sal. Come on.
Only for meat. It
sounds really like a fresh meat kind of thing.
Yeah, but all the food's expired for the most part. Like if you get a box of cereal, that's why it's discounted.
Yeah, because everything's expired there. So
a lot of people just go for the meat. No, they do fresh meat. You have to. Like meat, you can't.
Okay.
You can't do that on meat.
Now that I know that, I'm gonna
It's
Take
a good
look.
flex.
Take a
Yeah,
look.
just go hard with there.
I like me some fresh
Just
meat.
meats, though.
Big pause on the fresh meat.
Like,
Fire that.
I got some mini wheats one time. My mouth swelled up more than my dick when I got a hand job.
Oh my god, the old hand job, eh?
Fuck that.
Ivory stone hands.
Fucking speaking of handies, what do you think of the Raptors recently?
The Raps.
I don't know how that
The whole
that
squad deserves
transition
hand-
made sense.
They all get hand jobs. They've been
Yeah,
playing
they
so
must have
well.
gotten a hand job before. They're the Raptors.
Marc Gasol's been pretty clutch.
4-0. What? 4-win streak right now?
Since he's been back, yeah. Norman's been killing it. Trade Norman. His value is so high.
No, I don't say you trade Norman. I think you trade
I
the
say
vets.
keep him.
If anything, you're gonna trade. You're
You
gonna
don't
start
trade
trading
the
some vets.
vets. You don't trade the vets.
No,
The
if you
young
want to
boys
start
are ready
trading,
yet.
if you want to start trading, trade these contracts. They got to get out the Ibaka, Gasol, Lowry. I would keep Lowry though
you
because
know
of
what?
like
In
status.
that exact order, Ibaka, Gasol, Lowry is where I'm looking at because Lowry don't want to let go of. He's still like serviceable. He still does a lot of things for the team that if we were to get rid of him and get somebody else, we would notice that gap from him not being there. So I couldn't let go of Lowry.
I don't mind the idea of running it back, but I like the idea of upgrading.
I like the idea of paying Lowry less. That's my main thing. I want to pay him less.
Yeah,
we
you
can
can't though. He's
acquire
the
more
GOAT.
talent.
He's
If
the
he- if
Toronto
he's-
GOAT.
if
Is
he's
he
gonna be a
great?
good star,
Is he
he'll
the
sign for,
greatest
like,
Raptor of all
8-9 million.
time?
Yes, retire his jersey. He got his chip.
No, you have to retire his jersey, for sure. But is he the
and
greatest
stuck
Raptor?
around. He got the chip and he's been there long.
How about what about Kawhi? Did you retire his jersey?
No,
But I agree. But you give him a statue of the moment.
no.
I think you do that just
Give him
outside
nothing.
ACC.
He left. You give him nothing.
Well, you got that fucking tripod looking ass thing outside there right now. Throw
That's
fucking
fine.
Kawhi
You
there.
could
with the
have
lift
one
up.
of Lowry taking a charge before we put one of fucking Kawhi who left to go home to watch his nephews and nieces grow. Get the
Yeah.
fuck out of my face with that.
Speaking of fucking off and getting out of here, I guess we got to get out of here too.
Yeah.
Like Kawhi, head home. Maybe grab a drink or something.
Why not? Smoke a
Yeah.
dude.
Do drugs. It's legal in Canada, so
Yeah.
flex. We're gonna smoke some weed right now.
Yeah, legally.
Not drive home at all, because we would never.
I'm gonna smoke and then take a couple hours before I drive home.
Reasonable. All right, we're out. See ya. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
Do shit.
Follow us.
Love you.
Everything.
Thanks for coming.